Good evening, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. I see a bunch of people jumping on here. Just going to adjust my little sheet here. We are coming to you from Sheri's still under construction craft room. And it is partially moved in and partially torn apart after last night's Learning Live and in preparation for Scrap Fest, which is this coming weekend. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yeah, I've got piles kind of all over the place, so it's a good thing that my screen only covers this little area. We've got some eyeballs on. I'm just going to get another minute because we have a very special announcement for this evening. We have a brand new brand that we are carrying in the store. Did not mean that for that to be repetitive, but that's just the way it worked out. So we'll just give maybe another 10 seconds and then I will launch into it. So this brand new brand, this is what I am showing tonight. We have been busy getting ready, recuperating from Ohio and getting ready for Scrap Fest, which is this weekend in Kitchener, Friday night and Saturday. I have not checked the ticket availability recently, but I know that Saturday you can just buy your ticket at the door. So it is going to be a gorgeous weekend. And if you are up for a drive out to Kitchener, then why not come out to Scrap Fest? There are more than 20 vendors in the marketplace, and there are going to be some good stuff. Good stuff happening in our little corner of the marketplace. We are partnering with our friends at Stamplicity. Hello to Brenda, though I think she does her live right about the same time as we do. And Glitter and Ink from Belleville. So the three of us are doing some fun stuff in our little creative hub and sharing ideas and just having lots and lots of fun. So if you are up for a drive on Saturday.
The truck is full and ready to go.
Matt says the truck is full and ready to go. Though he has left some room for me because I'm still in the midst of packing. That's what's happening right after this live is I will be packing up all the stuff for our fun make and takes, our demos, and all of that good stuff. All right, so we are going to dive right in. We've got some good eyeballs on here tonight, and let me start with a drum roll. We are beyond thrilled to bring in a brand new company, not brand new in the world, but brand new to us. And that is, if you have not seen it on the website already, that is our friends from Concord and Ninth. We are always on the lookout for good companies to partner with, good companies to work with. We don't like companies that we just order from and then never hear from again. We like companies that we can partner with and do some really fun stuff with. So a few months ago, Matt and I had a really good conversation with Nick and Greg, the owners of Concord and Ninth. And I hope that more productive conversations will happen going forward. See if we can plan some fun stuff, maybe even get them on a live here. But we are starting off with their original set of inks. So if you follow Concord and Ninth, if you know anything about Concord and Ninth, you will have seen that they have just launched a brand new set of inks, a brand new set of 24 colors. Those have been ordered and are on their way, but we are starting off with the original palette, and we are starting off with just cubes. We find that ink cubes are much more popular with our community, and it really gives a chance for you to try lots and lots of different colors. So here we've got this beautiful palette already.
They don't take up any space either.
And cubes take up much less space. So, as Matt is pointing out. So we just thought we'd start here with the cubes. We have also brought in the re-inkers. So we started small with those. If those sell out, we will definitely get more. But if you are starting your Concord and Ninth collection, you might want to join, or you might want to get the re-inkers to go with it as well. I'm actually this is my set. I get to keep all these beautiful lovelies. So I actually have.
You take them out already?
I have not taken them out of the system yet, but we will.
Then maybe they'll sell out first.
They better not, because I'm going to take them out and use them. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of paper here. And we're going to see what these lovely colors look like as we go along. So, oh, they've got little seals on them. I thought they were opened. I thought I had looked and there was no packaging.
No,
maybe
they have a little thing.
All right, so maybe we're not. So this is ballet slipper. Swoosh. No, don't take them, please. This is honeysuckle. And what you may notice as we are going through these, and maybe you don't because you're not here with me cropping, but these are what are called a foam pad. So where companies like Gina K and Pink Fresh use a felt pad to hold their ink in their carrier cases, the Concord or Ninth guys went with this is called I believe they call it a firm foam. And let me see if I can get something that I can poke without getting my fingers all smushy.
It's okay, we believe you.
So it's got this really nice firm foam kind of spongy pad to it. This is very different, and that's one of the reasons why we went with these guys, was to give you an option of this different style of ink pad. And just as I'm talking, I'm going to try and continue and get the whole rainbow out here. If you are a Stampin' Up! Customer, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, a Stampin' Up! Fan, this is very, very similar. In fact, probably pretty close to exactly like how a Stampin' Up! Pad is made. And we know we have lots of Stampin' Up! People in our community. So we thought, you know what, if you like those pads, this is going to give you some great extra colors to choose from, extra inspiration for your creativity. And you know what, for those of us who maybe have never tried the foam pads, this is something new to try. I will tell you personally, I come from a company that used foam pads. So felt pads, not foam pads, felt pads. I am much more comfortable with the whole, and it looks like I've gone out of order here. That's okay. I'm much more comfortable with that firmer pad. So this is a bit of a learning curve for me, but I find that I am starting to fall in love. I do like the way that you get good coverage with this. Now, that's not necessarily a great example, but this is not really how they're supposed to be done anyways. Whoop. Complete with sound effects. So we really do love these and want to play with them a lot more. And like I said, the new color palette, the new 24 colors are already on their way to us. So we're super excited to get this started. And you know, we figured by breaking it into two, it's going to let you guys have a chance to kind of get started with it as well. So almost done here. Are there any questions or comments yet, Matt? Everything going well over there?
People think the colors are nice and vibrant. They've also there's a few people who say they got some of these things already from Crop and Create. So
that is correct. So Crop and Create. And that's, you know, we are friends with Catherine from Scrapbook and Cards Today, and she highly recommended working with this fabulous company. So it's always nice when you've got industry support as well, and when someone comes recommended to you. Almost done. I've got two more to go. Crop and Crete will have given you a really great starting point in your collection, but now you can round it out. Now, I don't know, have you seen Ellen or Margaret on yet, Matthew?
Zabrowski?
Yes.
Zabrowski is on. I have not seen Ellen yet.
Okay, so for all of you purple lovers, and I know Darlene notices, there is only one purple in this original set. You will be very happy to know. You'll be very happy to know that there are more colors coming in, more purples coming in the second set of colors. So this is that beautiful rainbow that they've got so far. Really nice, vibrant, almost jewel tone looks to it, and I am super excited to start playing with these.
So Deborah wants to know what the teal is called. The teal color.
Okay, well, there's 3 teals. So this one here is sea glass, this one is aqua sky, and this one was oceanside. This one is peacock. So those are the kind of the 4 that are in that teal realm. Margaret, this was the name of the green in the middle row. So we have sprout, parsley, and now I think this is evergreen, and this is clover. And you know what? We will make sure that we do lots of posts. Darlene and I were talking. We're gonna get Carol on posting some samples and that kind of thing as well over the next week or so, and that way we'll get lots of information. Plus, another quick reference: if you go to the website, there are also labels that you can get for the side of your ink cubes, and that'll help you look at what some of those colors look like and what their names are as well. Now, let's continue on, because we did not just bring in the ink cubes. I did mention we brought in the reinkers. I'm not going to open up this. You don't need to know what all the bottles look like, but we've got reinkers for all the colors, I think, except for one. They mistakenly sent us the wrong color, and so we are missing one, but it is getting replaced with our next shipment. All right, I'm going to put the inks off to the side. I'm going to come back to them in a little bit. We did not just get ink. We also fell in love with Concord and Ninth's sentiment dies and stamps. They are a very graphic company. They give a really interesting, different look to some of the fancier or maybe more cursive type fonts and sentiments that we have seen from other companies. So we brought in all the birthdays stamp set. And this has all kinds of great little ways that you can say happy birthday. It's got the letters here so that you can do HPY, ITDY in one color and the alternating letters in another color. It's got outlines to go with it. It's got great little sentiments as well to kind of embellish that. I love this scripty birthday, but it's got a very clean and graphic look, which is very different, and we, the whole team really liked. And then this is kind of the coordinating die. Now notice we didn't bundle them. You can get this one on its own. You can get the stamps on their own. This is the all the birthdays die, and it's got an HB and a little strip that you could put a lot of these little sentiments on, and then a cute little confetti square with a square frame. Now this one unfortunately does not have photos on their packaging, but I've seen some really cute samples using this for shaker cards and just some really big, bold graphic. If you're ever looking for something masculine, Concord and Ninth is going to be one of your go-tos because they're clean and they're bold and they are very impactful that you could absolutely use for masculine cards. I'm going to keep this aside because I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a little mini project with that towards the end of this live. We also have the Just Saying dies. I'm going to flip it over.
That's easier.
This one says, love you so, just a note here for you. And these have both the detail as well as the shadow. So different ways that you can do it. You can cut out just the shadow in one color, the letters in another. You can cut the letters just out of cardstock and have the negative space. But again, we really liked that graphic look. And we have everyday sayings as well. Oops, sorry. Everyday sayings. Let me come down a little bit. So we've got some nice scripty ones. So grateful, friend, and then hello. I'll be there for you, and hi, with really great stitching detail. And here's what they look like on the back. So really, really fun graphic sentiments. We have happy thanks. So once again, there is a stamp, there is a die. They work well together, but don't have to go together. So the stamp set has all these great sayings. Oh, happy day. Thank you. Go crazy. Let's celebrate. Oh, bless you, Matt. So excited for you. You're the absolute best. And then there is this really fun big die set. And whoops, let me move my little sticker here. So there's thank you and there's oh happy day. And so once again, you could take these elements, you could use these sentiments as a little strip that go with the sentiments. And you know what? These are great size. Now, thank you might not be the most appropriate, but oh happy day would be absolutely perfect on a layout as well, or used in one of Darlene's mini albums and TNs. So that is happy thanks. The other thing, so that was those are some of the sentiments that we brought in. We liked some of the other stuff. You know, it got to a point where it's like, well, we just can't say no to some of these things.
Oh,
so
yes,
Matt says, yes, we can. He doesn't realize how many I did not order. This is the Downtown Stacks dies. Now I'm going to come, actually, let me skip ahead. Concord and Ninth has some great interactive dies, and I'm actually going to demonstrate this one in just a little bit, but this is the Card Stacks base die. No picture, so that'll actually help. I will do that demo. This makes a kind of like a shadow box die. It creates a little platform with little steps that you can build layers on, and then it does fold flat in the end. So this is called Card Stacks. The Downtown Stacks can go with it. These are little skyscrapers, little buildings. You can do little churches. I love that there is this cute little taxi and the bus and this itty bitty little patio table. So you could create some really, really fun kind of downtown scenes. I also saw some really fun holiday samples using this die, and wanted to play with it and see where our inspiration can go. And then there is a stamp set that coordinates with it. So shout it out from the rooftops. Congrats, amazing, you did it. Then it's got the little signs: deli, bakery, florist, pizza, cafe, and books, and so on and so forth. So we thought that was super fun to play with. Part of their new release.
Which ones are you playing with tonight?
Which ones am I going to play with tonight? I'm going to use the Card Stacks and the happy birthday.
Excellent.
So part of the new release when we ordered has this greatest hits series. I'm going to move these out here.
Kind of fun.
So these guys kind of went together. This, and I'm not really sure. I guess that's what some of these little pieces are. Yeah. But this basically makes like a little milk crate. You know those plastic crates that the bags of milk come in at the grocery store?
I think you should have made that.
Matt says he wants me to make this. So maybe put that in the comments as I continue showing. Do you want to see me make the crate, or do you want me to see me make a Card Stacks? I don't think we have time for both. I still have lots of packing to do, but let me know which one you want me to make as I finish going through this. Popular vote will win. So this is a cute little crate. It's got the little handles. It makes that little plastic. You can make it any color you want. You could make it out of wood grain paper if you wanted to. And then to go inside of it, one option would be this one here. So this one was just called Little Crate. This is Greatest Hits. It's vinyl. Not really, but you can make your own vinyl. Little records, little sleeve, got some, just a note. It's got some music notes on here and some great little elements. And there is a super fun stamp set that goes with it. Totally jazzed for you. You rock. Celebrate. This would have been good for last year. 5-0. high five, hello friend. I'm not sure that that's necessarily meant to be 50, but that's certainly what I saw when I looked here. You're a classic, you're simply the best, and good times. And what I want to show you when we are actually creating is how well these firm foam stamps work on solid stamps. And that's one of the things that I think many of us struggle with the felt pads, is getting that really good coverage on a solid stamp to be able to stamp it up. Is anybody commenting? Anybody picking one?
So far,
Crate is winning.
So far, Crate's winning like 6-1.
Okay, well, I guess we're making crates. Well, I've got one more series to show you, and this is a series that Concord and Knight has been building on. We started with the basics, and that is their pop-up shop series.
There you go.
Pop-up shop. So these make adorable little scenes. Last year, if you took my class with art impressions and the matchbook dies, this is kind of a grown-up version of that. And by grown-up, I mean a little less cutesy, a little bit more fancy, but also bigger. So we are starting with the pop-up shop base. My friend Sheila, who owns a store in Wisconsin that I just spent the week with, she has been making tons of these little guys on her lives. I'm going to get her permission to share some of her projects over on our page, but these have been super popular for her, so we thought we would give them a try as well. I'm going to flip it over.
Donna thinks that these might be easier to work with than the art impression one.
I would agree with both Donna and Matt that these with a slightly bigger size could be easier to work with. I have seen samples where these are flat on the card. I have also seen samples where they are popped up and do create more of a three-dimensional look. These just arrived late last week, so we haven't really had a ton of time to play with them yet, but I know the team is super jazzed, so we're gonna get all kinds of samples out there. But with this pop-up shop, you've got the little cafe table, you've got the lighting, you've got the door and little flowers, and you can take this in so many different places. There's some different signs, and like I said, we'll share lots of inspiration with that. And then option number 2 for your base is the window shop pop-up. And I'm just going to flip it over. And so again, you could really create a beautiful little scene with this window shop. It's got the 2 windows. It's got the door here. And I believe
I think they all work together.
I believe that they can mix and match. Don't quote me on that for sure. We will definitely look into it a little bit more. And again, once the team gets playing, but look at this cute little bicycle and the cute little plants and these beautiful lights. Throw on a brick stencil and you are good to go.
The stamp sets and the other coordinating stuff is all mix and match.
Okay.
At least based on the pictures I found.
Okay. So Matt's talking about the add-ons already. There are add-ons. And again, we started with the original series. There are more there. Believe there's 2 more sets that we did not yet order. Thought we'd start small and see what you guys thought. But there is the bookshop. And I'm going to flip it over. So there is the shelving, there is the ladder, and then there's all the books, the little kitty cat, the plants. So again, totally can mix and match. And there is the bake shop. So again, little shelving, the cakes, the cupcakes. I mean, look how cute that little cupcake is.
Should be stamps too.
Yeah, I'll get to the stamps. I'm getting there. Matt just wants me to create, which is a good thing.
Let's go.
He's moving it along. Pretzels, fun stuff. He's getting rowdy again, ladies. He's getting rowdy. There is a bake shop stamp set. So coffee, bakery, pastries, baked with love. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Super cute little coffee cup. And there is a bookshop stamp. Thanks. I love you. Long story short, our friendship is my favorite story. You're pretty great. You make me smile. So, you know what? Even on their own, these little stamp sets would make so sweet little cards for your friends and special ones.
Carol and Darlene think that these will work well in travel notebooks.
Absolutely. Traveler's notebooks, mini albums. But again, they are big enough that could you imagine a scrapbook layout of a trip to the bookshop or with your grandkids reading, you could absolutely put one of these windows right along the bottom of your layout and really embellish it up and have lots of fun in any type of project you're going to do. All right, so are we making a crate, Matt?
You are making a crate.
I am making a crate. Okay.
Sorry, Sandra. I think she's the only one that voted for you.
Maybe I should have done a bit more homework. I knew how to put the cardstock space together. Now I got to figure out how to put this guy together. He's laughing at me now. That's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, so, oh, hey, I forgot something before I get into making, and this is what's going to start. So not only did we bring in the inks and the reinkers, we also brought in the whole rainbow of cardstock. So this is 8.5 by 11 cardstock, 80 pound. There is 12 sheets in a pack. Again, we ordered all the colors to match the inks. Can't remember if we got all the colors.
I want to say yes.
Matt wants to say yes. If we're missing one, I know you will let me know. And we're just going to have fun. So because it's me, because my color is green, I'm going to grab the parsley and I am going to do a parsley crate. Let's get this big stack of paper out of the way. Grab the big shot.
Guess I need to take that out of the system too.
And while I'm getting that done, you can just stare at those beautiful colors. All right, so.
Margaret agrees with the parsley crate. She says,
excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, so let's take this baby out.
Parsley crate with a record.
Yep. Come on. I have to warn you, my fingers have not been working well today. Sheri, there was no green crates, just red. I seem to think that we have green crates here in the house.
And blue and red.
No? Okay. Well, what do I know? In my world.
You're having trouble there, too.
Yeah. So, you know, when in doubt, just rip it. And you know what? This is nice because it is all one piece for the sides and for the handles. Let me get it off the tape. Oh, it's strong tape. I don't want to bend it. There we go.
Bend the paper not to die.
All right. So this looks to be.
You want these ones off?
No, that's okay. Just leave them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long. So if I do a half sheet of this parsley, that should do us really well.
Well, Dale says that she remembers green crates.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Dale. Thank you for your support. All right. So I'm just going to do 5.5 by 8.5 because it's a nice half of a sheet.
Uh-oh.
And I feel
just froze. Oh, you're caught up again.
I feel like I need to cut two because I think this is just going to give me one side. So I will cut both of them here. One at a time though, because we're just trying this out. We're just playing.
Your plate looks a little beat up there, sweetie.
My plate is well loved, but it's still flat. So I don't need to switch it. I am keeping it, and we're going to crank this baby through. Get it all on here. Top plate. Oh, my top plate is little bits too. All right, so let's see how this baby cuts. I've heard good things about Concord and knife. This should cut like butter. One pass through.
Diane wants to know the weight of the cardstock is 80 pounds.
The cardstock is 80 pounds. There are 12 sheets. But yeah, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Just popping right out here. Get all those bits. Where's my... No, that's not going to work. My tool in one, I believe, is packed, so I don't have my brush. that's okay. Look at how these are just falling out. So
You're
nice.
off more on the top. Look at that.
No, I'm good. I think everyone knows what it's like to clean out a die. So there's one.
You need more than one?
Yeah, because that's just the bottom and two sides. So I'm gonna need a second one. I'm not totally sure what those are for. We'll figure it out. So there's one. Let's do the second one.
Oh, so you could make it two-tone. You could make it one color on the side, one color.
You absolutely
colors.
could do two colors if you so desired. Okay, number 2 coming up. Because I think this is one that it did not have a picture on the back. Well, it did. It just had a picture of the insides, not
I found lots of sample
the
pictures
box.
of it, but I don't know if they had instructions on how to use it.
Well, even if you can just, Matt's going to pull up a picture for me so I can see where some of these pieces go while I clean this off. Isn't it great to have a handy IT helper in the other side of the room? Big round of applause for Big Matt. I don't know if you saw Tiny Matt and his little adventure with the llama and the Lawn Fawn promo. While I clean this out, I can quickly talk about that. So we do have a super special promo with Lawn Fawn starting today. Let me get my little sign while I clean this out. This is an in-store promotion only. However, if you cannot come to us in store, you are welcome to email us with your Lawn Fawn order. When you spend $45 Canadian or more on Lawn Fawn products, you will earn this super cute llama flip-flop stamp set. Absolutely free. So Matt's helping me poke these out. Did you find a picture?
Yeah, so this is it goes around the bottom to hold it together.
Okay, and that one goes around the top
to hold it together.
Okay. We're rocking and rolling here. Clean up the bits. Clean up the bits. And yes, maybe that is where you might want to be doing a couple at a time, where you have your crate in one color and your reinforcement bits in another color. I don't have anywhere to put that. Over here. And there's my bone folder.
It's scored already.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to have the bone folder just to make it crisp.
And I'm assuming this folds in, and that's
Yep.
when you tape.
We'll tape it down.
Sorry, there's no instructions. I'm just going by the picture.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that Lawn Fawn offer available at Scrap Fest too?
We are not taking our Lawn Fawn to Scrap Fest, so
That's a YouTube. I can't answer that one.
okay, so
It's Sandra.
Sandra, unfortunately, no, we are not taking Lawn Fawn to Scrap Fest. So if you would like to get in on that offer, you need to either email us or come see us in the store. The offer is good until April 24th or while supplies last. The quantities are limited. We only ordered a good quantity, but not an infinite quantity. So if you would like that stamp set, you know where to find us.
So Lori has obviously done this before. She's got instructions in her comments.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Lori. The 2 handles go around the top and the 2 other go around the bottom. Then there are 4 handles for extra strength. Fantastic. Thank you, Lori. So I'm just grabbing, this is, I believe, my 3mm score tape. Maybe I can go a little bit bigger. What have I got in my little, will this one work? Yeah, that'll one.
Go with what's handy.
Go with what's handy. All right, so I'm going to put tape on my flaps. Matt, let me know if I go off camera.
Now you're right in the middle.
Okay, so there's a little bit there. And there. I think this is the 5mm. This actually works really nicely on these little.
Darlene's favorite.
This is the Darlene tape.
She made me bring it in.
Yeah, like that was a hard thing to convince. Okay, and yeah, let's get the box made first. Then we'll figure out the other bits. Learning on the fly. All right, so what I've done is I have taken, get out of the way. I have taken my crate and I have butted them up against each other. The bottom one has the flaps going to the left. The top ones have the flaps going to the right. And I'm going to start with the middle one.
She says glue the bottoms. Lori says glue the bottoms. No. Yes. Goes like that.
Okay.
You must attach the flaps together. So you probably.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to.
Maybe we bent it the wrong way.
No, I see where I'm picking up what you're putting down. Thank you, Lori. See, maybe Lori should come on and be a guest. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. See, this is what happens when the plans don't go. All right. But we learn. See, you know what? It would just take once to do it wrong. And you would learn that that's not the right way to do it. So there, I've got my...
She says perfect. I don't know what perfect. Perfect on what is, I don't know.
I guess I'm back on the right path.
Probably don't need that much tape.
You know what? There's never such thing as too much tape.
That's overkill.
When you're building a box, especially one that's going to carry all these cool records, tape is good. There's one. And you know what? When you're making your first one of any kind of box or interactive die, I really do highly recommend that you play with scrap paper first. Don't use your best paper. Don't use your brand new Concord and Knights paper. Use your scrap paper and do a sloppy copy. That will let you make mistakes. That'll let you learn the tricks. That's going to fold up. That's going to fold up. There we go. All right. Everything's folding the way it should. And now I can just go one flap at a time and form my box.
Oh, Linda's got a good idea.
What's Linda's idea?
She said that would be great to have a cello bag of treats in it.
Hey, fantastic idea. This would make great favors for a bridal shower, for a baby shower, bundle of joy. I think this crate has lots of possibilities. And once again, I keep coming back to this because I know as a crafter, we all have the same challenge, and that is coming up with things masculine, things for the dudes in our lives, whether it's the young dudes or the older dudes. Look at that. Look at that amazing little crate. And you know what? If you wanted to stop there, you absolutely could. Matt's giving me the thumbs up. Little does he know that this is going to go away and be used for his birthday. Because, why not?
Charlie's first.
Matt says Charlie's first, but I've already made a card for Charlie using the Spellbinders tool set.
Oh, don't tell him that.
Well,
you don't want him to hear, don't want to get back to him.
He won't hear. All right, so this little guy is just going to go along the bottom. And I think I'm going to whip out the liquid glue for this because it just might be a little bit faster. It'll also give me that little bit of wiggle room so that I can put it on straight. Okay. Get my tweezers and
orange and black two-tone for Halloween trees.
That's orange and black or orange and purple.
Yeah, orange and black is Margaret's idea.
That's a great idea. Red and green for Christmas with you. Oh, you know what? I think Darlene and I already talked about this, but I think we're going to need to make a Tiny Matt crate. I think Tiny Matt's going to have his own Christmas album this year and his own tiny crate.
I was kind of hoping he'd just go away.
Matt wants Tiny Matt to go away. Little does he know he might just stow away in that truck tomorrow. Just like he stowed away to Ohio with us. And then he kind of... you know, fell asleep.
You fell asleep in the hotel room.
And just chilled while we did all the hard work. All right. All right. So I think what I should have done is put this little flap underneath. Well, so while it's still wet, let's just shove it underneath.
You're off camera now.
Yeah, I just put the little flap on that second piece underneath here. Let's add a little bit of glue just to smoosh it into place. And so I'm going to say that I found this second way a little bit easier to put the glue on the crate and then line up the edge. There we go. Scooch it down, give it a little hold while it sets. And then let's do the same for the top. So with the top, you're going to make sure that your handles are going down so that those holes line up. And then as Lori mentioned, there are also extra reinforcers. So this is where you could really get fun with colors. Pick 2 or 3 colors, start mixing and matching the pieces, and have 2 or 3 crates happening all at once.
Sounds like it's a whole evening activity.
Well, I don't know if it's an evening activity, but
it would be for me.
It would be for Matt. Though, who was so happy that Matt did a make and take? Did you guys like that make and take that he did?
Mine was the best.
What you may not realize is that one of those make and takes was mine, and one of those make and takes was Matt's. And most of you, well, I think, well, it was pretty 50-50 for a while. So I've just put this on here. How tall is it? It is 2.5 inches tall. 2.5 inches tall and 3 inches by 3 inches square. So if you were not doing this on camera like I am, you would probably let this set for a little while. Mine is not sticking super well, but that's because I'm trying to do it fast. Just hold it for a second. And then let's do that last. And then I'm not going to do the extra handles right now, just because I want to do one of the records. All right. Sorry for going off camera, but I needed to get that lined up. Matt's going to get the record out.
Your fingers didn't work earlier.
Scooch this into place, and then I'm going to just lift and tuck that little flap under. Again, that's the benefit of the liquid glue, that you've got that little bit of play time. All right, not perfect, but there is our crate.
These ones?
Yeah, just the solid one, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try.
Oh, if you're making a record, you need this.
Okay. He's got all the pieces here. I think that is a little too small, but.
Well, there's also these ones.
Yeah, if you can get me the big one. Okay, so what color should we do? What color should we do the record? You know what, here. I don't think, do we have black?
There should be black cardstock, yes.
Oh, it's right here on top.
They didn't have white, so I don't have, that's the only color we can get.
Okay. White was out of stock. So here's some black. Cut it down a little bit. 3.5 should be good. And I'm going to take a little sliver of white as well, because I want to do my You Rock. Come on.
Little Matthew compared to Chucky.
Oh, please don't compare him to Chucky. Let's go 3. Okay.
So, Darlene thinks we should use Miri Lava cardstock for the record.
Miri Lava would be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna load this up. Let's see what we can do here.
If we had been prepared for this, we would have had that.
Well, maybe that is a sample. Maybe that is a sample that we can make. So there is the large. There is the grooves. Can I get this all on at once?
Don't push your luck. Just keep it simple.
Can I get that one on? Will this fit? Ta-da! There we go. So I'm not going to do the little ones. We'll make sure that those get put back in the set. I feel like maybe there is a way that you could do this record so that it can spin. That's why those little pieces are there. But hey, I made the crate. I think that's good enough for tonight. All right.
A lot of pressure on you right now to do it right on camera. Live.
Live from New York. It's Wednesday night. Live from Whitby. It's Wednesday night.
Donna thinks glossy accents for the vinyl would be nice.
Oh, that would be good as well. The glossy accents.
The one with the lines only embosses the large circle.
Thanks. Thanks, Lori. So what Lori just said, the one with the grooves, just does the embossing. It does not cut.
You have to put it inside.
So I will do it one more time. See? You learn every time you do it, and there's no foul. I have not really wasted any paper. What I will do with that other one is simply cut out the circle again so that I have two records. Just trying to get it so it doesn't move here. Da 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 da. Okie dokie.
Bloopers.
Blooper reel. Okay, so now I have my record. Now I have my little sentiment that's going to go on top.
Oh, Darlene sees a hole for a bracket, so she's all excited.
Oh, excellent. So what I could do if I wanted to is I could put the U rock on the out. So there is a sleeve as well. This little sleeve. Yeah, you know what? We're in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do the sleeve too. That one, I think. Nope, it won't fit. Let's do that one.
For the record, I'm not the one causing the trouble this week.
For the record, is that pun intended? For the record, let's do sea glass. Sea glass is such a beautiful color. This is actually the color my craft room used to be. It's not anymore. All right.
You really are just kind of making a mess, aren't you?
I am absolutely making a mess. How big is this guy? 4 inches should do it. But I have you know that all of my tools are easily at my disposal here. So my setup is good. I just need to finish getting moved in. And we need Scrap Fest. And yeah, Scrap Fest, I've been looking forward to it. It's going to be super exciting. But it will also be nice when it's over, because then we can move on to the next thing on our list.
What? No more.
Matt says he wants a break. Do we think we should give him a break?
Yes, you should.
He moved a lot of boxes. He packed up the truck today. We will take pictures and show you.
I would have to look to see where I don't know what
Darlene, if you are on the live, I'm pretty sure Lisa's order did not go out today, but if you can confirm, or we can look it up after the live. So hang tight, Lisa. I will send you a note after a live and just confirm that with you. Okay, and we'll just tape up. So all I'm going to do here is tape up the little flaps and flip it over.
Darlene has answered her. All good.
Excellent. We are good. We are good. All right, so here is our record sleeve. Whoops. If Marcy and Tanya are watching, maybe building some of those stacks cards will be your homework for the weekend while you guys are taking care of the store, holding down the fort, though hopefully you're so busy you won't have time. But here we go. I'm going to squish that over. So now I've got my little sleeve. This is my record. It's going to go inside like that. And here we're now getting to the point that I was hoping we would get to, is showing you how beautifully this ink stamps. All right, so we're going to do You Rock. Nice, big, solid stamp. And I'm going to just try to get this off without taking the whole carrier sheet off. I don't want it to get lost. Here we go. Nice, thick, beautiful polymer. And when you've got your clear stamp that you're using for the very first time, make sure you season it. You can season it with one of those white office supply erasers. You can use your adhesive eraser. I'm not a huge fan of it doing it this way. I tend to get little bits where I don't want it to be. My favorite way of seasoning my stamp is using a tool that I have with me at all times, the inside of my arm. Just give it a good rub. That's going to take all of the residue from the processing off the surface, and then give it a quick clean, because nobody needs my exfoliated skin cells on their card. Though it certainly does put a DNA stamp on it when you do that. Okay, so this is all cleaned up. When you're trying something new, try it on scrap paper first.
Well, you have your craft pad there.
That's why I've got my craft mat. I've got it all clean. And you know what? I'm going to go with marmalade, because that color just keeps speaking to me.
Marmalade?
Marmalade. It's like my car. My car is orange. My car is called Clementine. So I believe in the new set of colors there is a Clementine. So I'm very excited about that. All right, going to cover this baby up.
Wow, look at that.
Great coverage. What I especially liked, and I don't know if you noticed it when I was doing it, even though this is a tiny cube and we're covering a large area, you're not seeing the cube marks. You're not seeing the edges. Here's my practice, straight down. My pressure tool is packed. So,
sorry, I don't have one.
Look at that. All right, practice one is a success. Time for the real one.
Margaret's shocked that your car is not green.
They didn't come in green. If it had come in green, it probably would be green.
No.
And then we call it the kiwi.
The orange one was the one in the showroom.
Well, the orange one definitely was the one in the showroom, but they did not come they did not offer a green one. All right, so I've got good coverage here, and I'm gonna see.
There you go.
All right.
You all right there?
Yeah, I apologize if my head comes on camera. And straight down. Now, with solid stamps, I did not do this, but if you had some fun foam or a mouse pad, you can always put that underneath. Now, I think if I lift this up, my paper's coming with it. So you can check, and you can often see, Matt, can you move to the left, please?
Sorry.
You can often see if you've missed an area. So while it's still stuck, you can give it a nice little rub as well.
Couldn't you stamp it and die cut it?
Yes, you could stamp it, then die cut it as well if you didn't want to eyeball it like I have. Woohoo! Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Now, you may see some little splotches. Like I see a little splotch kind of up here. I don't know what I have learned, and I will double check in the morning, but what I suspect will happen is as the ink dries, as it soaks into the fibers of the paper, as it dries, the ink surface will even out. So if you are ever stamping and you find that you are not getting the best finished image, walk away. Go have a pee break, go grab a glass of water, cup of tea, something like that. When you come back, that ink is all going to smooth out. When it's a good quality ink, it is going to smooth out and it'll be nice and beautiful for your project. All right, so then let's just put this on the outside of our record sleeve, like so, and then into the crate it goes. So you could make a whole series, you could do a whole rainbow of sleeves, you could put on all kinds of different images. You could put photos in here. You could absolutely put photos in here and put these as pockets on a layout. If you didn't want to form the actual box, you could die cut it and then just use that front panel as a pocket on your project. The possibilities really are endless. You just have to play and try things out. So there you go, guys. Trial by fire with Concord and Ninth. The beautiful new rainbow, the original rainbow, is in the house. The new rainbow is on its way.
It's not as pretty as it was.
No, it's a little rough and tumble, but that's okay. That's what the labels are for. I can just follow the labels and get them back into order. Thank you so much for hanging with me while I created this adorable little record crate. We will definitely revisit the stack space to show you how that works and do some samples. And I think that's it. So if you are coming to Kitchener this weekend, we look forward to seeing you. Make sure you come visit us in our booth and in the Creative Hub. Come and grab us and introduce yourselves. Don't grab too strongly. You know, we do have a heavy weekend of work ahead. And then we will be back. We are still working out who is doing Learning Live on Tuesday, and I will be back on Wednesday for What's New. What we're going to show, not quite sure yet, but we've got a couple days to figure that out.
Sheila wants to know how these ink pads compare to the Distress ink pads.
So the question is, how do these compare to Distress pads? Other than size, there really is no similarities. This ink-wise, this is very similar to Gina K, to Pink Fresh, to any of the standard dye-based, water-based ink. I believe you can watercolor with them, but I don't think you are going to get the same mixed media style effects as you would with Distress. Distress is specially formulated to be able to react with water in a slightly different way. So these are very different than Distress. As you noticed with that stamped image, you are getting much brighter color, much more opaque, whereas Distress ink is designed to be much more translucent. Personally, I am not a fan of stamping with Distress ink. It is too faint for me. I remember stamping a sentiment once with Distress ink, and I had to stamp it maybe 7 times just to get the intensity of color that I wanted. So with these inks, much like Gina K and Pink Fresh, Hero, those ones that the other ones that we have in stock, you're going to get much bolder, more opaque coloring, whereas the Distress is going to be translucent and it will react with water a little bit differently than what these do.
Okay, she heard you.
One thing I have not yet tried is blending with these, but I feel pretty confident that they will blend nicely.
Someone early on mentioned that they blended nicely, but I can't remember who.
Okay, Matt says there was a comment that someone says they do blend nicely. We'll have to give that a try and get back to you. Now that we've got these babies in, they're the new shiny thing and we want to play with them. So we will try all the things. I promise you that. All right, unless there are any other questions, we will sign off. Happy Hump Day, as Jeffrey is saying, and wishing you all a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the weather. Come see us in Kitchener or come see Tanya and Marcy in the store, and we will see you next week. Have a good one. You rock.